Good evening, this is the Nerdist a Human, and welcome to this AI Battle Royale in Rome Total War. And this time we have selected our 6 Barbarian factions to take part in this all-infantry affair with a small budget of only 3,000 denarii. I picked out their stronger infantry in general, but I have tried to give a fair selection of their units that include support units like the Druids. So I'll have a quick flick through the different armies for you here, for you to ponder and of course choose and cheer on for your faction. Do show your support down in the comments section below. As ever, we are playing on medium difficulty, so there are no buffs or debuffs for any of the units, but now I think it is time to get into battle and see how the AI fares. Here we are then on our battlefield, and I've selected Moon River on this occasion because I thought it'd be quite interesting to see 3 factions on each side of the river and then see if they decide to cross over or hold back on their side, all of that kind of shenanigan. But no. We have everyone on the same side of the battlefield. Bit of a surprise to me, but we'll take it. It should keep everything that little bit more clustered together. So, to our flank here, we have the Spanish and the Scythians. Over on the other side of the road, yes, we have the Dacians down by the water, the Britons and the Germans. And the Germans are in a good position up on that hill, as are we, to be honest. But if you're quite near that bridge, yeah, I'd probably go and take over the Brit, especially the Germans are far away. The Germans, of course, do have the spearmen. So the Germans had lots of options. I could have given them a pile of berserkers, which would have been fun, but they've got to be the favourites, right? They've got these berserkers here. They've got some of these gothic knight raiders. They've got screeching women to lower morale, of course, and a big pile of these chosen axemen. They are phenomenal, and they've got to be, I would suggest, the most likely to win here. By the way, the Gauls, I would say, one of the less favourite of the factions. Splitting its units up straight away and charging on into Spain, probably not the best idea. The Spanish, though, do have bull warriors. I guess I could have given them a second unit, but they were very expensive, so we got one as their general. In general, have tried to make a better unit, the general, just to give everyone a kind of equal advantage. Chosen swordsmen should rip apart the naked fanatics, so the Gauls are headed in nice and early for this. Javelins ahoy! Yeah, and actually that is the Spanish advantage. They have, between the Scythians and the bull warriors, they have themselves lots of advantages when it comes to all of that. Looks like this is the opening battle. Nothing else really is happening, so we'll get back into this. Now, if one chosen swordsman can hold off these 2 units, they're going to be in a very nice position. But to be honest, generally the best tactic in this kind of mad battle is to, not do exactly this. Oh, the poor druids. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that was our own unit. That was our own unit. That's fine. They got support from the swordsman. But really, you want to be keeping these guys alive. Scythians are broken because they weren't even attacking by the looks of that. They were just standing there. Not very clever. And the Spanish seem to have sent, some of their bull warriors running at the Scythians. Scythians do have the numbers. Scythians have some very powerful axes. Obviously, it's the only infantry unit. Oh, berserkers over here, by the way. Screeching women and berserkers. Oh, against the Britons. Oh, excellent stuff. I feel like the Britons really don't have anything particularly special or unique for this. They're a bit like the Gauls when it comes to their infantry. Dacia at least have themselves the Falksmen. Down there you can see the Falksmen, though. The AI just never knows how to use them. They're so powerful, as we saw on our Thrace campaign, but the AI just seems to throw them away every time. Berserkers don't seem to have got the break on the Britons, though, which is intriguing. Now, who have we not talked about yet? Someone hasn't done anything, probably. Scythians haven't done a lot. That's probably mainly what we're looking at. Dacia down here are in the battle, but the Britons are going to send more and more men in. I can't see how many of those berserkers there are. And, of course, the one spearman, if they use it right, could be thoroughly effective for them. So we got ourselves some lovely woad lads heading into the Falksmen. This should be a pretty nice battle for the Falkses. They're now backed up. This is just too even. This is too even a fight, guys. Yeah, Dacia, they're going to struggle if they can't use the Falksmen properly because that's their unique weapon. Let's go back over to, the Scythians seem to largely got themselves in a good position here. Scythians are being ripped apart. I picked a few of them in because I thought their javelins would help them, but they don't have enough of them to be effective. An axe in the head for the Spanish, and that looks like they're going down. Yep. Aganthonios, that classic name that I definitely knew exactly how I was pronouncing just then. Gaul are doing well. Gaul have done very well against the Spanish here. It's been a great early engagement. There are, though, bull warriors, which is not going to be so good. Guys, they don't need you running away, General. They need you to back them up. But here comes the flank on the bull warriors. They're shaken and tight. They're broken. They're broken. That's the Spanish. D-E-D, dead. I have killed Captain Bolios of the Britons. Oh, marvellous stuff. Well, it might just be for Gaul's sake over here that they got themselves a really good opening gambit taking on the Spanish, who also got a little poke from the Scythians. Now, as for Scythia, who haven't got up to too much yet, they've got a lot of men still to fight. They're in a nice formation here, which it's going to hit the spears in a bad angle, and Dacia are not in a good place, are they? You can see the Berserkers are still fighting. They're hacking away. Dacia won't last very long here. It is the General, though. It is the General. So we'll see. But they're just sweeping them away. The enemy army is routing. That's Dacia routing as well. So they seem to be gone. At this stage, what do we have left? Scythia, Germania and Gaul. I mean, I say Gaul are maybe my surprise packages so far. And they might pull it off because currently they're not involved in the fight. This might be another classic case of getting yourself far enough away from the rest of the battle where you might just watch the enemy kill each other first. And those Berserkers are barely taking a hit, by the way. I mean, enemy army's routing. So, yeah, it looks like it is down to just these three units now. These three factions now officially. I'm not sure which one was unofficially gone before, but they are now all dead. So, what are the Gauls going to do up on their hill? I would say stay there, guys, but there we are. Right, Berserkers are running off, perhaps just chasing that one unit who are running straight into spikes. Oh, no. They're not quite wide enough. A bit like the Falksmen. If you get around, they'll do some horrible damage, but up against the front here. Oh, no, lads. Oh, no, Scythia. It's not good. These Berserkers are just doing all of the work. I mean, you've got to say, the Germans are always the favourites, but they are ripping everyone to shreds. Is there? The Britons are gone. By the looks of this, yeah. Britons are fully gone, but the Germans are in really good shape, actually. They're in really good shape. They barely lost a thing. They're going to rip through Scythia here, I think, between the Berserkers and these Spearmen. They're totally going to rip through them. And I think at this stage, it's just a question of who between Gaul and... Well, how much damage are Germania going to take? Because they are very much the favourites in the head-to-head that is coming up. But how much damage would have Germania taken before? Because that's what's going to decide it. How many of these Berserkers are going to be left to break the Gauls? Because if this Scythian Axeman can do enough... Look at some of the animations of these guys. They're absolutely phenomenal. Oh, no, he went down. And I tell you what, if those Axemen are going to take out the Berserkers, if there's only... Even one Berserker is fine. That will still have a morale penalty. But I think it's just two. That might just hand an advantage to Gaul. We'll have to see about that. It doesn't look like Scythia are in a great place. They're going to go, but will they have done enough to save the Gauls? At this point, Scythia seem to have decided to go and attack the Gallic lads instead. The Berserkers are just hunting them down. And in the end, this is probably going to be the folly. It's going to be the folly for both factions. Damn it. And down go the Berserkers. Wow, Scythia have done the hard work here. They are... I mean, they're completely buggered. It's a Pyrrhic victory, if ever there was one. But the Gauls sitting pretty on the hill. And officially, there the Scythians go. They couldn't hold out any longer. And to be honest, down he goes, just of a broken heart. And it'll be a little while until these two armies meet. Gauls, if you were really clever, you probably would have crossed the bridge. But hey ho, it's the Germans who have the spiky lads, so that might have suited them, to be honest. We'll see what happens when they all get themselves back together. Potentially, the sheer number of the Gauls is going to be enough because that spear warband broke before they even arrived. That's a bit terrifying for the prospects of the Germans. They've lost their best unit. And while these guys might come back, they've got the hill here, and they're looking pretty darn fresh as well. With the reinforcements on their way very slowly, the Spear Warband have at least managed to make contact this time. They are just getting a little bit flanked on this side here, but in general, it's not the worst engagement for them. And actually, it's going to completely readjust their line. Come on, guys, now run, 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 run. No, what are you doing? Oh, they're broken. Oh, my. Well, that wasn't the worst engagement for them, but they couldn't hold by themselves. They need to keep as much of that unit together as they can because, yeah, doesn't look like they've got too much left back here. That unit 9 raiders is pretty much unharmed. These, yeah, the Axemen looking pretty good actually. Alright, there's still a chance for the Germans, but with the Spear Warband probably gone completely this time, pretty much out of the game, this is an uphill battle. Well, the Screeching Women are really up for the battle, but they seem to have not really seen where it is, which is behind them. Unfortunately for the Germans, while they do have some strong units, the Night Raiders are running in by themselves, and it's quite a hefty hill. They are, though, pretty fresh, and they're running in a weak unit. So let's see how they do here. Come on, Night Raiders, I want to see you succeed. Because we want this to be as tight as it possibly can be, and this is just the right engagement. It's just a shame the other units aren't joining them in the battle. Because these guys, they're going to break. They're just too isolated. That is unfortunate, and it's looking like the writing's on the wall now. Chosen Axemen have now decided to join the party, but it's going to be too little too late. They're isolated. No one else has joined them in the fight. They're going to shred this unit. They're now wavering. That might just give them a chance. That's a small unit. They're being reinforced by another small unit. And this is really the only way they're going to have any opportunity here. That is them gone. Regroup, get the AI doing its thing. And can this unit do it by themselves? They're eager. They're eager. But come on, 162 chosen swordsmen. These 35 are shaken as well. Okay, so the two weak units have engaged first, and that is going to be a problem. But surely just too many. Surely too many. They can't possibly do this. Down goes the German general, and that surely has to be them gone. It's just that, ooh, conked on their head. And yeah, it's just the Paulers left now, and with that victory, surely with the Gauls. It is interesting how many times we see the faction that I'm controlling actually win, which is kind of strange to me. Kind of very strange. The only thing I can think of is that we are technically the attackers. Do you want to fight each other, by the way? Right next to each other. And the Paulers are not going to last long, unfortunately. They're completely isolated, and they're no longer screeching to affect their morale. But they'll do a little bit of damage, and fair enough. Keep going for it, ladies. But there is the end of battle. We won't hunt down the Paulers. Victory, it says. Well, I'm supposed to be picking no particular side here. But actually, the force with the least amount of men has won the day here. Excellent stuff. It's actually quite interesting looking at the specific kills here, because the Germans killed 1,700. To be fair, the Gauls did kill 1,000 themselves. It is actually fairly impressive. So they are worthy enough winners. If anything, though, the Germans surely need a very glorious second place, because that is a phenomenal effort, lads. It's just the positioning, the actual choice of tactics. They were highly aggressive, and it cost them in the end. It is intriguing, though, as I say, to see that, the human-controlled faction, even if it was completely under AI control, on medium, and still, they came out victorious. They were quite, I would suggest, conservative. They are reserved with their particular efforts, and that does seem to be a common thread that I'm noticing. So whether we work on a slightly different AI to the rest of them, I don't know. Perhaps there is something like that is going on. But you know what? I would say that amount of kills, fair play to the Gauls. They smashed the Spanish early doors, they held their ground, let the Germans tire themselves out, and they won the day. So a victory for the Gauls, but Germany, pretty solid effort. Thank you for joining me on this AI only affair. Do comment your thoughts down below, and I hope you will join us next time. I believe you, I'm Thomas, this is Nerds to Human, and this has been an AI only Battle Royale. Thank you, and bye bye.
Go, my pappies, go! Hunt down the German dogs.
My chariots are complete lunatics! Stop charging into the spears! Stop charging into the spears!
Why do these guys not break? Everyone else has fled. Go home! Go home!
What is happening at
the chariots?